So, in this video, the only thing I wanted to talk about really was LeBron James. And this is a topic which, even though, yes, we could talk about all day, or we could just end it very quickly, I do want to say that it's a topic which I want to talk about. Now, of course, when I say that LeBron James is a topic, there are many things to talk about with him. But what I want to talk about with him is just in his current state, who is really LeBron as a basketball player? Like, is LeBron James good enough to win a championship in 2024? Is LeBron James good enough to still make All NBA teams and still play enough games to be eligible for major awards? Is LeBron James still the face of the league, even though he doesn't really represent the league anymore, right? Like Steph does a much better job of representing him. And these are questions that with LeBron you need answers to. And I've been really thinking about that, like, who and what is LeBron's future? We all know he's retiring after the season with Bronny. I doubt that he just stays in the NBA. I think he wants to go out on top. And it's obvious as recently he's been, trying to make all NBA teams. And even if he doesn't make the playoffs, he still wants to be regarded as one of the best players. And I think that shows as LeBron, has always been a great player. And even when he couldn't get done in the championship, he wanted his personal awards to be straight. Because as much as he could tell you that, oh, no, LeBron doesn't care about awards or this or that, we all know that LeBron is pursuing something much bigger than just an all-star game and an MVP. And that is GOAT status, And there are many things that come with that. So LeBron James is chasing GOAT status. And obviously he wants to do this through rings, but the real question for next season is how many more All NBA teams can he make with his health? Like, LeBron is a player who always preserves his body for the playoffs, always plays way less games than he has to, and now with the minimum game requirement for every major award, which is MVP, Defensive Player of the Year, I think Rookie of the Year, and the All NBA, going up to 68, if I'm not mistaken. That makes it so that we really have to question. It's like, is LeBron or any of these superstars, are they actually going to pursue these awards now and try to play more games, or is this just going to take away from the league? And LeBron is the main superstar to say this because of his age and how influential he's been to the NBA, right? Like, LeBron is one of these players who's been here forever, and it's obvious that he wants to chase Michael Jordan. And is that actually possible with the new changes that have been made in the NBA? In my opinion, I think that LeBron will contend for a championship next year. I think they have a very good team, with D'Angelo Russell, Gabe Vincent, Rui Hachimura, Austin Reeves. They have Anthony Davis, right? Jackson Hayes, Cam Reddish, etc. They have all these great players. They have at the helm, they have LeBron and AD. And next year, it's really a last push for LeBron James, right? Like, LeBron is obviously trying to win a championship as the best player on his team, and recently that has shown with the fact that he doesn't even play make as much as he used to anymore. Like, he'll pass the ball, but if we're really saying what's in everybody's minds, then we can say that LeBron at 38 years old should not be dunking like he's dunking and doing what he's doing. It's nothing bad, honestly, but let's face it, he should be just dishing to his teammates. he should be a player who should be preserving his body more in the game. Because one bad injury and LeBron is not coming back, right? Like rehabbing an ACL at 38, that would put him out until he's 39, and then playing another season on top of that, right? That would be very bad for a player of his age, right? And it could cause him to have problems deep into his life. So, in my opinion, then this is something I've been saying for a while, that it's that next season LeBron just has to take a step back until the playoffs come, right? Like for the regular season, play 70 games. But in those 70 games, you don't have to average 30 and 10. You could just average 25 and 9, right? 25 points, 9 assists. You don't have to do that much, right? Because LeBron will average 25 points in his sleep, right? With how dominant he is, how much he gets fouled, and his shot selection and ball dominance, he'll get the points easily. In my opinion, what it needs to be for LeBron is more about getting to the playoffs and being eligible for the major awards. Now, not a lot of people are going to say he shouldn't care about that, but like imagine if LeBron would have 20 All NBA teams and 20 All Star teams. That would put him in a different tier. And as much as we don't like to give LeBron the props for being one of the greatest players of all time, we do have to say that an achievement like that, being the all-time scorer, having 20 All-NBA teams, 20 All-Star teams, and then having a bunch of us like being top 3 in assists, meanwhile also be having a lot of rebounds. Like I'm sorry, but LeBron would finish way higher than he is right now on the all-time list, right? Like that would, like if LeBron James gets 20 All NBA teams, that would be the difference between him being the GOAT or not for a lot of people. Like that, and I'm sorry to get so excited and so hyped about this, but that's the importance of accolades, and that's something that a guy like Kawhi is gonna struggle with. Like Kawhi, if Kawhi right now would have 10 All NBA teams and 10 All Star teams, he would be a top 20 player of all time. He would be regarded as one because he already has the hardware to do it. He has 2 championships, 2 Finals MVPs, and 2 Defensive Player of the Years. But what he is missing is purely accomplishments, longevity awards. So, in my opinion, when you look at guys like that, and when you look at a guy like LeBron James, he, in these last 2 seasons that we have him as a player, because I'm sorry, I don't think we're getting him after Bronny comes to the league, right? Like Bronny's gonna do college next year, and then he's eligible for the draft, right? So, in my opinion, while we still have LeBron, right, what we need to do and what he needs to do is focus on first us as fans giving him his props, making sure that he goes out on top, right? Like if Bronny could get drafted to Cleveland, that would be insanely cool. And in my opinion, what he needs to focus on is on getting awards. Like I'm sorry, but at this point, LeBron, even without a 5th ring, he's still considered one of the best players, right? So if next season he could at least contend for a championship, right? Because we all know that it's very hard for LeBron when he has a good team around him, a team which actually knows how to play well together, and who actually is good. It's very hard for LeBron not to make the finals. Like he's shown it every year. He's been to the final 10 times, and 8 of those were when he was with good teams. The rest of the time, he wasn't with good teams, or there were injury problems with other players. So, and when we take that in, right, he still went to the finals twice with team issues, bad supporting cast, and all of the above. So now that next season, you have a full recap to do, right? Like Anthony Davis is coming back. You have everyone under contract for next season. And now your mentality, right, as a player is to win rings. In my opinion, it's going to be very, very, very important for LeBron James to next season focus on winning a ring. Right? Play a lot of games and do whatever you want. But if next season LeBron James was a ring, he's the GOAT. Like, I'm sorry, but like 5 rings, the longevity awards, scoring leader, top 3 in assists, right? Been to the finals 10 times, right? Like in the hardest era that there's ever been. And in my opinion, just to wrap everything up, LeBron James is a legend, and we have to appreciate him while he's here. And he should try to maximize the most out of the years that he has left in his career.